Do your own thing. Do what you like. If you're doing work what you don't like, your attitude will be worse.
Mm.
Making my own decisions, doing what's good for me and good for my customers was one of the major points. I was working for an insurance company and I have to make also to health insurance what I have no idea from. So I have to lie to the customers that I know what I'm doing, and that was the point where I said no, 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 first not with afterwards. me. But I in the make my beginning, own. you can take a look. What are the risks? What are the opportunities?
Yeah.
What are the chances that it will work? And you have a good feeling about it.
Mm.
I'm listening to my stomach. You know, you go when that feeling is good.
Mm.
Take a look at the risks. Talk to somebody who you trust.
Yeah.
Let him take a look at it, because when you ask somebody else, they mostly only see the risks. And I'm
Yeah.
not capable of doing all the things that my people are doing.
Mm.
I have to know who can do it, who is willing to do it, and let him do it. Let him do it in his way.
Yeah.
One of the big points in my leadership is saying thank you, saying please,
Mm.
can you do it please for me?
Hello, Mr. Gerton. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Yeah,
It's
slept
great.
well.
It's a
Okay.
great pleasure to have you today for an Impact podcast. And it's a great opportunity. We really wish we learned too much from you today, me and my dear followers. So today we are to be talking about the journey of entrepreneurship. We are learning from you, from your experience, from your success, your mistakes also, and also your failure. I'm pretty sure that by the end of this podcast, our friends are going to learn that much from you. The nature is doing its work. That's great. So please, can you tell us who is Mr. Gerton? Who is Mr. Gerton?
Well, I'm now 60 years old, born in the Netherlands, living in Germany, working for myself for about 25 years, two kids, married, healthy. Yeah, that's about it.
That's
Okay.
great. That's a great that's a great overall of your journey of your life. So you're currently in North Cyprus. I think it's for a vacation, or maybe more. I don't know. But how do you find the island? How do you find the country?
Uh, Cyprus is very, very good. The first thought was to move somewhere else to Tanzania. Then I noticed how long the distance is from Germany, traveling there. And then a friend of me came and said, "Hey, I heard of North of Cyprus. Absolutely wonderful hospitals. You know, I'm 60 years old. When a hospital is there, you don't need it. When it isn't there, you will be needing it. It's here very, very good. People are friendly. The climate is wonderful. I like living here. It's really, really good here.
It sounds it sounds so weird when you say the climate is wonderful because many people are complaining that it's too hot here. Maybe it's
No.
because your position in the island is really
I like hot weather.
okay.
Because so 35 degrees, everything is okay. Above that, I say, okay, now it's warm. But in the moment, I think everything is fine.
So, please let's talk a little bit about your journey into entrepreneurship. When did you decide? What makes you to decide that okay, at this time I'm going to stop working for someone else and start working for my own account?
You know, I have all the time that I made the decision was the point. I have to make the decisions. No, I have to fulfill the decision that made somebody else, and I was not always happy with their decisions. I think making my own decisions, doing what's good for me and good for my customers, was one of the major points. The freedom of working to that time that I want to work. Let's be safe. It's not an 8 hour job. It's a 12-hour job mostly. Um, Especially in the beginning. Now, and I'm doing it now for 25 years, it's very relaxed.
Mm.
I have my people working for me in Germany. I'm working from here, but especially in the start times, it's a lot of work and it's a lot of pain you have to suffer before you get your success.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
That.
I never was, but it was a right decision. I am happy to did it, that I did it.
Oh wow. So what pushes you? What was the decade like? Okay, let me just focus on that one.
I was working for an insurance company, and I have to make also to health insurance, what I have no idea from. So I have to lie to the customers that I know what I'm doing, and that was the point where I said, no, 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 not with me. I make my own thing. I do my own thing. And then the opportunity came, and I took it with both hands.
Wow, that's great. Actually, we many of young people as me, we work in companies. We don't even know what the company is about. Really, we don't know the vision of the company, but we work just because we want to make money.
Yeah, of course, but making money, in Holland we have a sense. You have to look in the mirror in the morning, and you have to like yourself. And if the time that I was doing insurance for healthy, I was not happy with myself because I hadn't got a clue what they were buying,
Mm.
and no, that's not my way of working. I didn't like it, and that was the point. Absolutely, the point where I said no, not with me.
Ah, yeah, that's great. So, briefly, what's your organization about in general?
I have an agency in special chemicals
Mm.
for the industry. One of the big points in the moment is wastewater recycling. I think it's a point that's going even bigger, bigger, bigger because water is a rare source in the moment. So, yeah, I'm doing fine.
So, Mr. Gerton, please, can you tell us in few words, or summarize in few words your entrepreneurial journey?
Oh, well, the journey was long. It was not all the time good. Um, One of my biggest mistakes was to trust people too easily. That's not always good. You have to work a bit. Leadership was new for me, and I thought that my attitude would be the same as the people who are working for me, or the better other way around, that the people that had the same attitude that I am when I'm working. And that was a big mistake. And then I've learned a lot about the leadership. And now I have a team of people who are really, really doing a tremendous good job.
By the way, we're going to talk about the leadership in few times.
Yeah, and well, sometimes, well, the big point is not giving up.
Mm.
And there are many times where I thought, okay, that isn't the right thing. Then the companies what I'm working for were delivering my chemicals. They made worse decisions. So well, sometimes you have to decide to do something else, or to go to another company to work for them. And but yeah, but in a major thing, when I look back, there are many, many, many good points, good
Mm.
times, happy times, and I never had the idea to really, really quit. But yeah,
It happens. It,
that
it,
happened.
it even comes to this my question that I was even going to ask that question. At what point, has did some time come where you really wanted to quit or to abandon everything and just let go and change everything, start everything back, or yeah?
Yeah, especially when you had too many problems at one time. Yeah, I have 6 cars. When 3 of them are broke, are damaged, then the taxes are coming, and you say, "What the fuck?" I saved so much money, and just by a moment, everything is gone. But then you remember why you're doing it, and you
Yeah.
go on and on and on. You have to know if after every deep is coming a new high. Don't give up. Go further and further. If you have the decision that what you're doing is right, then you have to stay to it. Don't quit too early.
Yeah, actually, don't quit too early. Yeah, that's great. But in entrepreneurial journey, many times there are decision and decision we have to take. They are really important decisions we have to take, and it's quite sometimes difficult to recognize or to know. Okay, this decision is really good. I have to take this one, or I have to take another one. How can we, as a young entrepreneur, know or discover that okay, this decision I'm going to make is a good decision.
Well, the point is, most decisions you know it at first afterwards, but in the beginning you can take a look. What are the risks? What are the opportunities? What are the chances that it will work when you have a good feeling about it? I'm listening to my stomach. You know, you go when that feeling is good. Take a look at the risks. Talk to somebody who you trust.
Yeah.
Let him take a look at it, because when you ask somebody else, they mostly only see the risks. And
Generally.
so yeah, generally. So then when you have the feeling, you know all the risks
Mm.
and you know your opportunities, then you have a right. You have the all the facts you need to make a decision.
Yeah.
That's the point. Just look, not only to look at the chances, just also to look at the risk. How much money do I have to put in? How much time do I have to put in
Yeah.
because it's working? How many people are doing the same thing already?
Mm.
Is there enough market for me so I can earn my money?
Yeah.
That all the points together, then sleep about it 2 3 days.
Think about it
Think
really.
about it.
Yeah.
Not take a decision in a half an hour. Just take 2 3 days and then make big decisions.
Mm.
So to run a company, to run an organization is really tough, especially when you're working with people that have different ambitions, different mind, different way of thinking, different culture, or are from even different countries. What are the qualities you think a leader or a business owner should have in an organization to run it as well?
Well, I think for 30, 40 years, it was so that the leader should be capable of doing everything by his own. I think that is the times are changed. I don't have to do, I'm not capable of doing all the things that my people are doing. I have to know who can do it, who is willing to do it, and let him do it. Let him do it in his way.
Yeah.
Um, One of the big points in my leadership is saying thank you, saying please,
Mm.
can you do it please for me? Give compliments. They don't cost a thing, but they help enormously how people work for you. If they like you, they're running for you. If they hate you, they're only doing the
The
absolute
minimum.
the minimum. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. People who are working for you don't always like you. You have to make decisions who are not in their
Yeah. Best interest.
best interest, but in the interest of the company. But most of the time, by saying thank you, saying please, be nice, be polite, be strict, set clear borders.
Mm.
You know, if you're knowing here is the border, until that point, I can do what I want. After the border, we have a problem.
Yeah.
When the people exactly know that is allowed and that is not allowed, they are working very happily for you. I see a lot of leaders who are looking down on people who are doing this most simple jobs. That is a absolutely disgusting point. You know, the people who are cleaning the toilets, if they don't do their job, we don't have a clean toilet. So
Yeah.
there are also two
It's much important that
important to the company.
yeah.
Yeah, and that is the point. And I see many leaders who are looking down on people. That is absolutely wrong. Yeah, I think that's the major point. See the person, doing good for them, doing sometimes a bit extra, say thank you,
Mm.
say please.
Yeah, be
It's not
kind.
be kind, be
Be kind
kind.
to
Yeah.
people.
Actually, even though you are the leader, you are the owner, you have to be kind and you have to be sincere also, because sometimes the kindness or the thank you might just be like to wrap up and say okay, just to pass on it, and people might not feel the really feelings, or they don't feel. You may say thank you to someone, but the person doesn't feel like you're saying thank you. You understand what I mean? So it should be a little bit sincere and really and really advantageous. So, what advice? We come to the last question of our podcast. What advice would you like to give to us new entrepreneur, young entrepreneur of all over the world and from all areas? They want to they want to succeed and they want to be great leader. What advice would you like to give them?
First thing that you don't do. When I look in TikTok, when I look at Instagram, there are offered many opportunities how you can get rich very, very quick.
Mm.
The only people who are getting rich is the one who are offering those opportunities. You always have to pay a lot of money,
Yeah.
and you won't get rich. Do your own thing. Do what you like. If you're doing work what you don't like, your attitude will be worse. You have to look around and see a point from, hey, there is a small edge that nobody uses, and I will use it. But don't go on Instagram, see all the sales opportunities, well, so
Trainings, all this,
trainings and
and
so on.
just
But
like,
what I said,
yeah, I want to catch
forget it,
everything.
forget it. Look around. Well, when you are a good talker, then
Mm.
do something by talking. When you're a
Yeah.
good salesman, then do something
See.
with salesman. If you're a good handyman, then do something with your hands. You
Yeah.
have to like what you're doing.
First of all, yeah.
Make your hobby to your work. That's the point. Take a good look. Take your time to make the decision. And then when you do it with your heart, with whole of your heart. But if you don't, you do it just nearby and just a bit. There isn't just a bit. And all you do it or you
You don't
don't.
do it.
That's the big point.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Gifton. Thank you
Yes, too.
very much for this opportunity. I'm sure we learned a lot from you today. Do everything we are doing with our heart. That's what I will catch from today. So thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you
Yes.
for your time and take care.
Okay, I do. Okay.